Welcome, everyone. The ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this. The battle for the national championship and college football immortality. A moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. He's going to hand this off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. And then first down, right back to the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Love the aggressive approach here by the play caller. First drive of the game, why not? Vertical passing game is on fire, picking up big gains.
And looking to throw now on first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He's got some room and some blockers here. Now the 40. Past the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Important second down play coming up. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
They don't convert on third down. Special teams coming on the field. And that sets up a return. When he's got some space here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. First down here for this offense. Here comes a handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid.
They bring the heat, and the blitz works. They've got it.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer, also the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. I know the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. That sack makes it 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. That ball snagged for a completion. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They finally get him down, but a solid gain on that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen.
He's going for a big play downfield. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The punt team making their way on the field. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the coverage team lets the ball roll dead. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. They'll run it to the left. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the ones that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Brought down at the 43-yard line. Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kentucky 7, Memphis 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they stop him. I think it's short of the first down. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. He'll hand it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
That's how you know an offensive coordinator really believes in the offensive line. You get the 4th down, you don't spread out a defense and try to create a one-on-one matchup and throw the ball. You go the old-fashioned way. You get behind that offensive line, get the yards you need, and you extend this drive with that first down.
Picks up 6. Second down coming up.
A gain makes it second and medium. Back to pass. It's Harris. On the run here. Lets it go. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Finding space at the 20. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You could see when
battling down near the goal line, but loses the football. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Who says he needed explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Memphis offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. That's caught. It's Davis. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball in the 32.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Kentucky.
What a security blanket for this quarterback. When in doubt, just throw it to the big man and let him go up and make the catch for the touchdown.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Fights through a tackle.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Gives it to the back. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. And it's good. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50-plus.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Handoff here from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Looking to throw again. Lets it go. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this 4th down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught near the sticks. It's Allen. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Back to throw. It's Harris. Here's the throw deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. The offense will quickly spend the timeout here after the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. He was on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 48 yards out. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to kick this one away.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team.
Wildcats will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. First play of the second half is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
He's brought down at the 18-yard line. Third down coming up.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
Third down sack will make the defensive coordinator very happy. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive.
And the Memphis offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Running with purpose. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Good enough for first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Looking to pass here on second down. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. There's the handoff. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Makes the grab. It's Davis. They stop him, but it's a first down. They bring him down, and the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Snags the quick throw. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Grab behind the line, it's Davis. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. Quarterback drops back. He's going to test the secondary. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
A coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Looking to throw it again. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
1st and goal here for the offense. And now the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Tackle is made at the 7-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay. 2nd down and goal.
Come on, set.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. And he's tackled down to the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe holding the 3 points.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal.
Out, 55.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
What a stop by this defense here on 3rd down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation, and 3 straight plays, they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown?
Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown continues.
Well, we've watched this guy all year. We know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's 4th down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt them, and they did for a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Running back has it on a screen now. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the 1st down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the 1st, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
On their own side of the 50, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Kentucky 34, Memphis 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something pop.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Unleashes the stiff arm. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
We go with a direct snap, and he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
A gain makes it second and medium. They'll hand it off. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
They'll toss it to the back. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
A gain makes it second and medium. They'll work the clock here with the running game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going.
42 Spider.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That's a design quarterback keeper.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Get set, get set.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Incompletion makes it second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Back to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
This Memphis offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Works downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a first down.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back, and I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. A running play called on 4th down. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. They say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Kentucky Wildcats.